So today we are doing Game of Thrones Planet Coaster. I am awfully sorry about the sound problems we experienced there. It's because I'm an absolute moron and forgot to put my headset on. So let's start from day dot. I love this. I've been so excited about this. Doing my Game of Thrones again. So giving you a map above my head there. So that you can kind of see where I'm coming from. Because some parts of the map I've had to tweak for the sake of getting things to fit on certain bits of the map. So, yeah. So, we'll start with the north, which is at the very top white section of the map. Obviously, this whole section here is not all white. The reason for that is when you get Planet Coaster and when you start to make a theme park, you have to select a very specific map. So I had to select like a grassy map or a snowy map or what kind of map. With this, I selected the grassy one because obviously majority of the map is grass. So I have had to now put in individual little snowy blocks, little tiles of snow that is painstakingly horrible to have to do, instead of just getting a paint mode and spraying the crap out of it like I can do with every other type of material. So it's a bit of a pain, it's not fun. I wonder if I can do, this is where I find out that I didn't need to do that, imagine. I'd cry. But yeah, so I've had to do that. So that's the top section. Now if you look at my little map above my head, you can see that that is very similar. So go me. I'm also going to build a little ride here at some point once I have covered it in snow. You can also see the little island to the side, to the right, to the east. Got it? I know my directions, I'm clever. To the east side of the map, you can see that there's a little island there with a couple of little bits and bobs around it. And you can also see Bear Island here, which is like a little upside down U. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with this so far, to be honest. I'm killing it. I feel like I'm killing it. To be fair, this is the first time I've ever actually tried to build something like this scale. Usually I'm just like, put shit down, it's all good, it's done. But this time I'm actually building something to scale and drawing out the map. So I'm using some of my creative skills, which I haven't used in a very long time. So I'm doing okay. Now, as I said about scaling some parts down, if you go a little bit further under the north and just under Bear Island, there is a little section here that is sticking out. Now, the reason that it's quite skinny compared to what's on the map above me is, again, I wanted to just make sure the main parts were down, so like the wall was there, so that there was enough room for Pike and the water ride, so that there was enough room for Winterfell. Not much really happens in Game of Thrones on this part of the map. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of leave that chilling there until I might build something little. Just something little nice there. That'd be cute. And again, some parts of this have been scaled down. So, if I go to the neck, which is on the map, it's like a little skinny section that's kind of pulled in. That is where the Red Wedding is, the Red Wedding ride. Because that is where the twins is. And because I'm slightly deranged and there's something kind of wrong with me, I decided to name the ride after one of the most grim things I've ever seen in a TV series ever. Because I'm not right in the head. So, yeah. And it is called the Red Wedding in honour of that traumatic experience. I won't go into detail about what happened there, but if you watch Game of Thrones, you will find out, and it will be an absolute goop gag. So yeah, it is grim. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, once this stream is done, I implore you, in fact, I order you, for your own sake, to watch Game of Thrones. Thank you, and you will thank me later as well. So going over to this side, we have the Iron Islands and Pike. Again, Pike is just in the water as it is in the series, and little bits that are sticking out as well. So it's pretty fun. go a little bit further to the, I'll try and stay to the north and work my way down gradually. But over here we have the Erie. Now on the map above me, the Erie is the first section as you go down. On the left, it's quite a big section where there's like a mixture of orange and green on my map above me. That is where the Erie is. And the Vale of Arryn, that's what it's called. And you can see on there that has got a ride on it called Bronn. Now, please don't judge me for the names of these rides, because really I am just trying to get the names in gradually. Hopefully soon I can change the names and make them better. I've also got a drop ride here called the Moon Door, which obviously the Moon Door is where people were getting chucked out the door when they were bellends to the lady whose son used to suck on her titty, even though he was a bit too old. But yeah, that's what they used to have, the Moon Door. So that's in there as a little drop ride, which I think is marvellous. So, you know, what I say goes with this thing. That's the Joys of Planet Coaster. So, covered the Erie, Pike, the Twins, the Red Wedding, Winterfell, and the North is what I'm going to be working on more today. But I've also got River Run, which has got like a little cute kiddie ride on it with the dragon. Again, I've just called it Dragon 2, but I will come up with something better. It's a Chinese looking dragon as well. It's not like a proper Game of Thrones style dragon. But you know, it's looking quite good. I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, it's going quite well. So if I go further down, let's see what I've got. What I have made with my own fair hand. Again, there's more shops just because it's the middle of the map, and I thought we need to do something to kind of jazz that up. Over to the... oh, where am I now? That way. So, we got Pike, we got the Erie, the Moon Door, we've got River Run. I'm not going to say White Run. I keep saying White Run. That's Skydom. Come on, brain. Stay with me now. Over here, we have got Casterly Rock, which is, as we know, if you are a Game of Thrones fan, that is where the Lannisters are from. So I have made a ride that is called Always Pays His Debts. See? Couldn't think of anything else to call it. Hail Satan, Mobius! Welcome to the stream. Please don't terror me, I'm not in the mood. So we have got Casterly Rock there, and Always Pays His Debts. There's a massive queue for that. We got some shops. And over here we have got King's Landing as well. Oh, cough. The Sept of Baelor, King's Landing, the little shops with the Iron Throne on them. Again, this is what I mean about the map. I've got to fix some bits to just make it look a little bit better. And we've got this ride is called Drogon, because if you've watched Game of Thrones, something happens in King's Landing with Drogon, and he's a dragon. But if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I don't want to say nothing. My soul is already going to be burning in the depths of hell. Yeah, but I have already been cast down. I will feed my own soul with my own screams, if that makes sense. But it does. That's what I'm here to do. Be the most satanic force everywhere I go, whether it's kick or just life. So over here we have got Dragonstone to the Never Eat Shredded Wheat east of the map. I do know my lefts and rights, I just forget. So I don't know why that is, but there you go. It's always fun. I've always got to use this to make sure when I'm driving, I've got to drive like that on the steering wheel so that I know that that's left. Got Dragonstone. Dragonstone here with the little water ride which is going on. So that is a water roller coaster, which looks mental. I need to give it a proper name, which I will do at some point. I can't think of a good name for it yet. So, but it is there, and it is quite cool, and it's got a little dragon on there as well with water on it, which looks dope. I do like how people give me little dragons. Don't be putting halos above my head either, Mobius, because you know that I might burn, and we don't want that. And if I burn, it might be quite funny for the stream though, to be fair, if I was burning. Call it, it is what it is. It is what, you know what? Sod it, I'll do it for now. I'll change it when I come up with a better name. It is what it is. It is what it is, the ride. Because it's a wet blanket of a ride, I suppose, because it's a water coaster. So if I go further down on the map, and you can see the map above my head, very accurate, I think. We've got, I forgot what it's called. Highgarden, brain, come on. This is Highgarden with the crazy ass roller coaster. Now, I thought this would have been the most fun roller coaster, but it's broken down. Well, that doesn't help. Where's my mechanics at? But this is actually not the most fun roller coaster, strangely enough. The fun one is actually this one. Apparently, that's the most exciting. There you go. So I've got Highgarden here, which is further down the map. And then way over here to the right, the east. Right, east. Yeah, right, east. Because that's not L. Oh, honest to God. It's actually terrifying that I know how to drive. It's actually quite scary. But we've got this one here, which is called Hilario Steel. Again, it needs to be named, but this is Sunspear as well. This is what I mean about the maps being a bit chunky in places rather than how it shows on the map above me. It's only because top boob action. I don't think they've got boobs in this game. I think I could try it though. Get some mad titties going. But yeah. So I need to figure out something with this. That would be very authentic to Game of Thrones though. With the booby action. I kind of get that. Maybe I should just draw a pair of boobs. Just a random pair. Outside King's Landing. That makes sense. Just a random hill titty. On the wall, I'm just going to fill this with rocks. Just so I can get rid of this horrible track that I can see. Because it causes me great anguish. Right, there we go. Oh, anguish is a good word. I like anguish. 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 Good word. Let's put some... To summarise what we have done today, we have made more of this map similar to the map above my head. And yeah, worked a little bit more on the north as well, which is going to look sick when it's done, because again, all the snow stuff, I've got to like get blocks of snow. That's just terribly difficult to do. More difficult than you realise. But I will be doing a little bit more on that. I can see already people all want to go on Lupe Way. Why? Riding the Night's Watch. That's exactly what it's called. The Night's Watch. Why is it not called that? The Night's Watch, the ride. That's so strange. Oh no, that was the person. I've just called the person the Night's Watch. Wonderful. But yeah, we've got all that. The north is starting to look sick. We've also got the city on the right here. There's a person who's quite whingy. I need to get more staff. So my next thing is to improve what we've already got here. The city on the right actually has a sign as well that I got from the Steam Workshop because it was a bit of a cop-out. So that's looking quite good. This is where Viserion died and they were all fighting on the little island in the ice. But I put zombies there now. sorry, Watchmen. Not Watchmen. No. White Walkers. That's how long it's been now. I've not watched it in at least a few months. And I've also got this one here, which is just called The Night's Watch. I've also got this one, which is by Bear Island, called Longclaw, which is named after Jon Snow's sword, which is from J.O. Mormont. And yeah, I need to make that a little bit nicer because it's only 51% for the viewing. That's the north. You can see that marked in white above the map in my head. The map above my head, that one. This is Westeros. Looks pretty similar to the map above my head, but squashed down. This section here is a lot smaller to make room for the big pieces that we needed to bring in. So obviously I needed to do more to the Eyrie. I wanted to do a bit more to Pike, but it was only a small section of the map. So I had to squash it down to make it work better. But things are coming together. I'm hoping that I can do a bit more boredom work in the middle. Fix this up a little bit more. Put more stuff in to make it look good. And yeah, try and make these guests happy because they're really not. They're just moaning about litter constantly. But yeah, they're saying they're quite thirsty as well. Hotel's dirty. I think I need to just get more staff because I've never had a park this big, I don't think. So yeah, if you want to see the next part, please give me a follow. I'm nearly on affiliate status. I'm literally, woo, how many people have I got? I don't even know. 68 followers out of 75. So I'm just needing another 7 followers. So if you can give me a follow, any updates, I will post them on X. So next Monday will be hopefully the final Game of Thrones episode. After Game of Thrones, I need to know what you guys want to see. So is it going to be more Planet Coaster? Is it going to be me going on to something like The Sims? Just something creative that's a chill. 20 hours I've gone into making this. So, and I will be uploading it to the Steam Workshop once it's done. And once the guests are happy, which seems like a nightmare at the moment because everyone keeps leaving. Even though the staff are really well paid,